Okay, this is a preview for Ballina race 2 on Boxing Day, Tuesday. Pretty keen on one here that we're prepared to declare a banker bet in the form of number 1, Muwajaha. This horse comes in here pretty well placed, having its 4th run back from a spell, and on the $4 line, can be back with a good degree of confidence. Value created around the price after failing last start at Muwajaha on a heavy track. Not too concerned about that run, got too far back, never got into the race. First up here when third to Miss River Bell was very good, and this second up fourth is also very good. The form stacks up out of both those. We're going to have a look at the form out of those 2 races, and also the first up third video replay where it really works to the line well behind Miss River Bell and panned out. So the favourite in the race and the one that Muwajaha has to beat here and overturn is the 2.80 shot Green Cash, already been back from 2.9 into 2.8. At the end of the day, that tells you that this is a super weak race because Green Cash's form line is absolutely atrocious, and it's pretty easy to find Muwajaha on top of it here. Green Cash itself is pretty averagely bred, decent speed, although by Natural Destiny out of a Secret Savings mare. Gets in decently weighed with 53 after the 4 kilo claim for Leah Kilner, the apprentice, but comes in here third up after running last at the Gold Coast in a stronger 20k maiden last start. But even first up from a spell, when it was 6 of 9 trying to make all, it was beaten 2.2 lengths in a pretty average maiden at Grafton. And after we go back and have a look at the form of Muwajaha, you're going to clearly see that there's plenty more upside in the form around Muwajaha than that of Green Cash, and it really does stand out as a good bet on the $4 line. Now, Muwajaha is fairly lightly race type, 5-year-old gelding by Lonhro out of a more than ready mare, Muwajaha. We'll get in the breeding side of it a little bit more into the depth side of that soon, but as we said, has shown an affinity for this track when it first shipped here with this second at Ballina behind Jimmy B, but it's come on a fair bit from that, and it showed that winning a trial first up in February, even though it was only a small 3-horse trial, to suggest it may have improved again. And this first up third behind River Bell here over 1,000 metres on a heavy track also at Ballina, the form out of it stacks up pretty strongly. It was hitting the line strong, and a little bit further probably would have run down Miss River Bell. Miss River Bell was third to start before in a pretty decent maiden at Muwajaha, and then third in a decent Class 1, only beaten 1 length after that, after winning that Ballina maiden on a heavy 9. The horse that came through second in that race panned out, then ran second to Archie Quick in a decent maiden, splitting J-Lo back in third, and the J-Lo form line stands up, and then came out and franked the form, winning at Ballina in a 20k maiden over Lord of the Dreams and Sabaton. And even if we go back to Exhibitionist that finished 4th behind Muwajaha, beating another length here, 1.6 back to 2.5. Exhibitionist, you'll see the form continues to stand up. He's by Sepoy, another decent pedigree. 1 win, 4 seconds from 12 career starts, and you'll see that 4th there behind Miss River Bell here, beaten 2.5. It then comes out and runs second to Shaker Bonbon in a maiden, then breaks maiden next start over Mount Heidi and Amata Sorella. Even back further than that, Princess Divine, the 5th horse home, comes out and runs third, beaten only 0.4 of a length behind Chelsea Diamond in a 10k maiden. So that gives our horse Muwajaha a good line back to even that weakest 10k maiden level there, saying it's clearly in front of that 3 to 4 lengths. Muwajaha is going to be very hard to beat here. That's the first up run. The second up run, the form stacks up just as well. Okay, this is the second up fourth of Muwajaha behind Piper Boy and Go Hard on Hula here at Ballina on the 27th of November. We're over this track a distance also on soft going. I will note quickly that the rain's expected to come at Ballina on Tuesday. At the moment it's raining there. It's pretty rain right through the night likely, and if you go into Tuesday you'll see as well good chance of rain throughout the night or throughout the day. So we've got no problems on the wet track. But anyway, back to this second up run. If you have a look, when it's closed hard for 4th here, Piper Boy came out and won again next start at Ipswich in a decent 1200 metre Class 1. Second and first in Strong Doomben trials prior to that. Second horse home behind Piper Boy, Go Hard on Hula, come out and broke its maiden next start, making all to win by 1.7 at Coffs Harbour over 1,000. The 4th horse home, or the 3rd horse home behind Piper Boy, just in front of our horse Muwajaha. The 3rd horse home there was second at its 2 maidens, so once again franking the form before that behind Dramatic Moments and Iceman at Grafton. Lyrical Prince, who finished behind Muwajaha, then came out and ran second in a Wollumbar maiden and won a Lismore maiden. So as you can see, the form out of Muwajaha's first up and second up efforts, Muwajaha's first and second up efforts is very strong. It's failed 3rd up from a spell. That creates a price here of $4. We've seen the form around Green Cash is very weak. We'll just have a quick look at the replay of its first up effort when it ran 3rd closing hard, and said there's a bit more to come. Okay, so the pace is on here. This is Muwajaha back in 4th here, and it's a bit of a difficult ride, as you can see. The first 2, there's a bit of pressure on early, but the speed's only decent. And the way that Muwajaha picks up in the last 200 or 300 and closes off towards the line, closing the margin, is pretty impressive here. Okay, this is Muwajaha here at 3rd.
Using inside runs, but she booted for home. Miss Riverbell at the furlong. She's out by 2
he really starts to put it all together in the last 100 as he closes off here.
And they're followed by
it's a nice strong action.
Miss Riverbell in front at the 50. She'll end the cash. Miss Riverbell
really starting to do his best work on the line. So that's first up from a spell. We still think there's more to come. We're going to get $4 to find out about beating the $2.80 favourite, which has already been backed in from 2.9 to 2.8. $4 is great value. We've got it marked about a 2.2, 2.3 chance. Get on and enjoy the ride, because this will be winning, and it might win by a bit of a margin. Ballina race 2, number 1, Muwajaha, Boxing Day. It's a banker bet.